glistening as maggots slither out of the soft flesh of the discarded beef. The first scavengers are the younger men, dismissed soldiers hiking useless legs, crawling up the dump and delving in their hands. Then women, babies swaddled to their breasts, picking off their heads from trout and cockerels, and pulling scraps of pork from the bones. Huddles of roomy children come next, biting off carrot heads and around potato eyes, licking at the old boxes, rubbing their feet in the last juice of the meat. And when all the others have departed, the old woman comes, baring her rotted teeth at the pile, her lifeless bosoms like dirty moons, pulling herself around the sides of the stack, racking herself with laughter. At first, when she screams, no one hears but me. Not the seaman outside the gin shop talking about money and girls, or the women in darkened red dresses and thin shawls, waiting along street corners, or even the scavenging children fighting over their spoils in the corner of the marketplace. She does not stop. The sound hurtles over the walls until they seem to echo to her cries. And so the children look up, and the women hear, and the sailors put aside their bottles, and soon real men come, significant, responsible men with dressed hair and long black cloaks, who never give those who work in the market or the scavengers a single thought. They look at the mad woman, rocking in the blood, and think that she is the one dying. Then they see what lies behind her. A girl, her blue dress, ragged ribbons around her legs. She has been stabbed 20 times, they guess, over and over, until her skin lies like ruffled feathers over the darkening flesh. Her arms and legs have been bent back so she is all chest, and her pale hair has been plaited and thrust into her mouth. A blue ribbon and a feathered comb cling to the edges of her hair. Over what remains of her bosom, the killer has gouged a deep star. And then they peer further and see a 1-pence coin perched on the still warm core of her heart.
Abigail Greengrass shakes out her thick skirt as she leaves Davis's milliner's. She beats at the wool, as if by doing so she can throw off the dirt and cruelties of her day. The door bangs behind her, and she does not care. She hates Mrs. Davis and her simpering girls. She feels the wetness of the cobblestones touch the soles of her boots as she sets off toward Longacre. 4 builders at the pie shop whistle at her, and she is not so tired that she cannot toss her head slightly and give a half smile at the swarthy one at the front. Then into Longacre and the crowds of people milling home, and her day returns. The bottom of her spine is sharp with pain from bending. Her left eye is twitching, and the skin smarts under her fingernail from when Mrs. Davis pushed the needle there, on purpose, she is sure. The old witch. For the last 2 weeks, Mrs. Davis has been making her sew in lining and mend holes, which means sitting at the back of the shop. Even though she was just as good at netting and embroidering as the others, and 10 times better than stuck-up Emily Warren, who Mrs. Davis petted just because of her thick golden hair, fit for pleasing the gentleman, and a face not so pretty that the peaches there would upset the ladies. Abigail walks past the blazing shops and sees nothing. The rounded glass bottles glowing blue, green, red in the window of the chemist's she has regarded 1,000 times before, likewise the toppling apples and pears on the stool next to the station.